Alright guys, welcome to today's trade recap. Um, Decent day today. Not the biggest winning day, because I was down on the day. And I did close my trade early before TP hit. Let's go in depth on everything I was looking at, all the trades I took, and yeah. So I did take 3 trades today, more than usual, but happens, and we ended up profited, so can't complain. Um, All right, so first trade, you can see I'm going into the day. I still had the same bias. I still wanted to see these hourly highs get met, this high, and then these two relative equal highs are here. Uh, but as you can see later in the session, we did take the first hourly high and dump after that. So zooming in, let's look over the trades I took. So here you see we took this internal high right here. Looking at the 5 and 15 minute, this was the 5 and 15 minute high. Zooming into the 1 minute, you can see we had internal manipulation. So we put in this internal high, we had to move lower, came back up, took this internal high. This is our soup, and we also had a bearish SMT with ES. So me seeing this bearish SMT and this soup, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is where we want to retrace. Market open, we had a big pump up, so I did want to see a retrace. So I entered a short with a stop at the high, and just me being a drawdown on this a little bit for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Um, I was kind of like thinking about the money today. I'm not gonna lie, so I just like wasn't as confident, and I was just scared to lose. So I ended up closing my trade out at break even, literally break even, and it's literally the second I closed, man. Um, it just dumped all the way like down, and I was just gonna keep trading my stop. Would have been up really good on the day. Probably would have been like a 5 to 8K day around there. I didn't really have a TP. Like, of course my TP would have been this fair value gap, but it's so big that I would have expected it to like dig in a little bit. So probably like the 50% of the fair value gap, so like around here would have been my TP. But yeah, that was the first trade. Second trade, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what it was. I took like a short around here, um, just trying to see if we wanted to have a move lower and continue lower. Um, and this was more of like a revenge trade. There wasn't really a model, which is really the reason why I don't even know where I took the trade. But I know I took a short somewhere like around here, and ended up getting stopped, and I lost like about $300 on that. Um, and it's just something that I was just thinking about the money. I was scared to lose, and especially after I just missed out on a setup that I was in and I would have made money off of. Um, I just felt like revenge trading and trying to get a quick trade in, and that's what led to the loss. Uh, Usually on days that I miss my setup, or if I'm scared and I do like just not trade, um, I really just like take the day off, because I usually revenge trade on days like that. When I was unprofitable, I would trade, and then I'll take a losing trade, or like I'll be in a trade and get stopped at break even or something like that, and then my trade ends up running, and I'll be emotional and try to catch a trade similar to that, and I'll end up blowing my account. So happy I was able to just like recognize, all right, I'm not doing this today. Just log back in, focus on finding a model, and we'll be good. And that's exactly what we did. Going over the third and final trade, which was the one winning trade of the day, right here. We had my A plus bread and butter setup. If you don't know what the bread and butter setup is, you can go to one of my previous videos. I uploaded it. I went over all my trading strategies, and bread and butter is in there. So you see right here, we had internal manipulation with an SMT inside of a fair value gap with a clear draw on liquidity. Like I said earlier, draw on liquidity was this hourly high. Zooming back into the 5 minute, you can see here we have a 5 minute fair value gap. I don't know if you guys can see, it's pretty hard to see here. Boom, we have this 5 minute fair value gap right here. And then zooming into the 1 minute, we also have a 1 minute fair value gap. So we have a 1 minute fair value gap, a 5 minute fair value gap. We have internal manipulation with an SMT. That is bread and butter. All 4 checklists have been met. We have manipulation of the lows. We have we are inside of a fair value gap. We have the SMT, and we have a clear drawn liquidity. Those are the 4 checklists for bread and butter. So Ended up just taking the long, stop at the low, targeting the hourly high. Now, since I was down on the day, um, I did end up closing early here when we took this internal high and I started seeing us reject a little bit. Did close around here, and you can see we ended up just rebalancing to this 1 minute and then going straight to TP. So, um, good trade. Only thing I could get away from it is that I shouldn't be closing there. Just move my stop to break even in that situation and let it go. But since I was down on the day and I was thinking more about money, I just decided to make my money back and secure a bit of profit. So never gonna be mad at securing profit, but just for the future, that's not good habits to build. And I gotta let my trade run to what I wanted to. What I expected it to, which was my drawn liquidity, the hourly high. So excuse me. That's basically it for today. Good way to end the week. If we go over the trade path, you can see right here. This is how my week ended. So pretty good. Can't complain. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you haven't joined my free Discord already, join in the description. If you haven't followed me on TikTok and Instagram, do that. NateTrades_. Um, and yeah, Discord's been packed. We've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of people messaging throughout the day. Love to see it. So if you haven't joined, join. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.